Breaking news tonight out of Indiana. A nationwide manhunt that has gripped the country for more than 10 days has ended. Casey White is back in custody. The former corrections officer who helped him escape, Vicky White, is hospitalized in grave condition after she shot herself while the two were fleeing police this afternoon. Authorities had called Casey armed and extremely dangerous. They considered Vicky smart and frugal, and now many wonder where this case goes from here. Casey is a convicted felon and is charged with murder. He also has a history of carjackings and violent crime. Vicky is now charged with helping him escape. She also faces forgery and identity theft charges. Dave Aronberg is the state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida. He joins me now to break down some of the legal aspects of this case. Welcome to the show. Assuming Vicky does make it, do you think that she has a defense that she was somehow coerced and manipulated by this dangerous sociopath, that she had just lost her ex-husband who she was caring for? She was retiring. She may have been in a vulnerable place.
Thanks for having me back on. I think her best defense would be that she was somehow coerced into doing this, because you have to act intentionally to be guilty of the crime of facilitating an escape. But her actions leading up to the escape sort of show that there was no coercion here, that she was probably the one who created this plan. I mean, she sold her house for half of its value. She took the cash and bought this Ford Edge vehicle using a alias and forged someone else's signature, or at least faked a signature. She also, after she sold her house, she stayed at her mother's home until the night before the escape. Then, for some reason, she went to a Quality Inn, stayed there, I guess, to plot the whole escape. And also, she violated protocols by letting Casey White out by herself without the two armed guards that were required to take such a dangerous prisoner out. And also, she had all those improper telephone contacts over a long period of time with this very dangerous individual. So I think it's going to be really hard for her to get away with any of this.
On Casey White's side, is he ever going to see the light of day again? Will he ever be in even a general population cell again?
Well, it's up to prison officials whether he will be stuck in solitary for the rest of his time. I think at some point he probably will get into general, just because he's serving a life sentence, essentially 75 years right now. And he's also facing another trial for a murder for hire scheme where he murdered a 50-something-year-old mother, and he faces the death penalty for that. So I would be surprised if he ever sees the light of day. But as far as solitary confinement, that's going to be up to prison officials.
Can he be found responsible if Vicky doesn't make it? Could he be responsible for her death if she doesn't survive this gunshot wound?
Under the felony murder rule, you could be. That's a very good point. If you're engaged in criminal conduct and your partner dies as a result, you can be charged with her death. But it doesn't really matter, I think, because he's already serving a 75-year sentence and could face a death penalty for yet another horrible crime that he allegedly committed. By the way, he's pled not guilty to that murder for hire plot by reason of insanity. I've never heard of that kind of defense where you didn't know the difference between right and wrong, yet you accepted money and killed someone. So I don't know how he's going to get away with that. So in the end, yeah, he could be found culpable for Vicky's death if she does pass away. But I think in the end, it won't matter much, because he is never going to see the light of day again and may even get the death penalty.
That was kind of my reaction today when I saw the charges against Vicky for using an alias in buying the car. It's like, does that really matter when she's responsible for all these other much more serious crimes when you really add up the years and the sentence and the trials? What does happen now with the trial or trials? Because no matter where these two go, are they ever going to have a chance for a fair trial given all the publicity? There's a nationwide manhunt. Their images were posted all over the country. People know who they are.
Yeah, it's been my experience as state attorney here in Palm Beach County that even in high-profile cases, you could get a jury that can deal out justice because they don't have to be ignorant of what happened. They could have said, yeah, we've heard about it. The question is whether they can be impartial, whether they can block it out and be fair. And you'd be surprised how you can find an impartial jury just about anywhere you go. And as far as what happens to Vicky if she survives, ironically, by forging someone else's name, by using a fake ID, a fake identity to buy the car, she could get more years in prison than in the escape charge, because the escape charge is a Class C felony punishable by up to 10 years in Alabama. But the identity theft is actually a Class B felony punishable by up to 20 years. So as they say, it's not necessarily the crime, it's the cover-up. It looks like that could get her more years in prison if she survives this than facilitating the escape itself.
Wow, that is fascinating. Facilitating the escape of a murderer, potentially, who hasn't been convicted yet, but is charged with that. All right, Dave Aronberg, thank you. Appreciate your time tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.